Tonight's a little different. I don't typically start with the gavel. We'll get to that in a minute. Do I hear, see, this is why I don't do this. Do I hear a motion to come out of closed session?
So moved.
All right, Mr. Pagano with the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Reimer with the second. You guys have some ties going on. This. I'm much better superintendent than I am on the board. Go ahead.
Mr. Pagano. I'm gonna.
For the motion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aye.
Ms. Cunha.
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski.
Aye.
Mr. Vaughn.
Aye.
And Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
Mr. Reimer, could you please read the certification of closed session?
Whereas the new Kent County School Board has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. And whereas Section 2.2-3711 of the Code of Virginia requires the certification by the new Kent County School Board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now, therefore be it resolved that the new Kent County School Board hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirement by Virginia law were discussed in closed meeting, to which this certification resolution applies, and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by the new Kent County School Board.
Mr. Reimer, you never let me down with that. Do I hear a motion to approve the certification of the closed session?
So moved.
Mr. Vaughn with the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Dombrowski. Ms. Davis.
Mr. Pagano.
Aye.
Ms. Cunha.
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski.
Aye.
Mr. Vaughn.
Aye.
And Mr. Reimer.
Right, if you please join me as we rise with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. This is the school board's reorganization meeting, so that's where we'll start, which is why I'm running the first part of the show, which I will gladly give up in just a second. So board members, it is time for the reorganization of school board / appointments. We'll start with the chair. Upon election, the chair will take over the meeting. So do I hear a motion to nominate a chair?
I nominate Keith Pagano.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing none, we'll take a vote for the chair. Ms. Davis.
Mr. Pagano.
Aye.
Ms. Cunha.
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski.
Aye.
Mr. Vaughn.
Aye.
And Mr.
Aye.
5-0, we have a chair. Congratulations, Mr. Pagano.
Thank
The
you, Dr.
gavel is
Nichols.
gladly yours.
Yeah.
All right, so we're moving on to taking nominations for vice chair. Do I hear a motion to nominate a vice chair?
I nominate Heather Mae Dombrowski.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have any other nominations? All right, Ms. Davis, nominations being closed, please poll the board.
Mr. Pagano.
Aye.
Ms. Cunha.
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski.
Aye.
Mr. Vaughn.
Aye.
And Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. We have a new vice chair, Madam Dombrowski. Congratulations. And we now move on to the appointment of clerk and deputy clerk. My fellow board members, do I have a motion to reappoint Ms. Johanna Davis as clerk and Dr. Brian Nichols as deputy clerk of the New Kent County School Board?
So moved.
All right, Mr. Reimer has the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Vaught has the second. Ms. Davis, please poll the board.
Mr. Pagano.
Aye.
Ms. Cunha.
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski.
Aye.
Mr. Vaughn.
Aye.
And Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Moving on to the adoption of the Code of Conduct. Do I have a motion to adopt the code of conduct for the school board members and the school board clerks?
So moved.
Ms. Dombrowski has the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Cunha has the second. Ms. Davis, please poll the board.
Mr. Pagano,
Aye.
Ms. Cunha,
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski,
Aye.
Mr. Vaught,
Aye.
and Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. The code of conduct has been adopted. All right, Dr. Nichols, back at you, sir.
All right, yes, sir. It is time for recognitions, and that is what most of the people are here for. So our first recognition, it is Principals Appreciation Week. Technically, that was last week, but our board meeting did not fall with it. So we have 5 fantastic principals that really drive Team New Kent. When we talk about all the work we've done and what graduates are doing, it's because we have great leadership. And somebody once told me that leadership matters, and I could not agree more. So Ms. Davis, I would say we, but it's not really we. Ms. Davis worked really hard to put together a thank you from us. It includes some of the favorite snacks, but I think the coolest thing is we got letters, or your students wrote letters to you talking about the impact that you've made at their school. So you want to keep those in your drawer for those hard moments and those times where it gets tough, because they wrote some beautiful, very true things about you. So we do want to celebrate those and give those to you. So this is, yeah, we want to make sure we don't mix this up. So Ms. Frigeric, we have yours. Well, we did read them ahead of time, so they should be. We have Dr. O'Day. We have Ms. Pilger. All right, Mr. Fudge. You know, middle school kids, they write funny stuff.
I got the real good ones.
And last but not least, Mr. We do have little bags for your assistant principals as well too, if you want to grab those on the break, because I forgot to do it while you were coming out. All right, so that's principal appreciation. So next up, we're moving to, you're good. You're fine. So each year we get to recognize Teachers of the Year, and that's probably the hardest thing we do because we have so many fantastic teachers in this organization. So we do want to celebrate them again tonight. We were able to surprise them in their classroom. We interrupt math tests, we interrupt whatever's going on, and we had a great time doing it. We'll also celebrate them again at the end of the year with Team New Kent night. So we have special gifts for you and a one-of-a-kind, well, actually not one-of-a-kind because there's 5 of them. But most people don't get this special pin. You know, we love our pins, and so we have a special pin for you. So we're going to start at the high school, and we're going to recognize history teacher extraordinaire, student council group magician, and also swim dive coach and 9,000 other things. And very few people can outshoe me, but when you see him come up, I think he did it tonight. So that's Mr. Josh Bell.
I think he did get you with us.
Yeah. I like you, but I don't have that spark.
We're gonna work on that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
our amazing teacher of the year at New Kent Middle School teaches 7th grade. He's also our English lead. And that doesn't even do justice to all of the things that he does to impact the culture in that building. So, and he's also a William Mary alum, so we have a soft spot for that too. So go try. And that's none other than Patrick Kicker. All right. Our next teacher of the year, when we surprised her, she's going to love this. She was in a full Grinch outfit. So imagine the superintendent and the whole team coming into your classroom and you are dressed as the Grinch. It was absolutely amazing.
I missed it.
But she does an incredible job teaching second grade. And if you go in your classroom, you feel seen. And you're definitely going to learn a whole lot. So congratulations to Katie. So, and words cannot describe our next teacher of the year because she really does it all. So to say teacher, I don't know that it does it justice to the impact that Sabrina Dunn has on New Kent Elementary. So in our database, she's a special education teacher, but the impact she has on kids just far outreaches any title that we could put on her. So I don't know how we do what we do without Sabrina. So congratulations, Sabrina. So last but not least, we have our George Watkins Teacher of the Year. She also happens to be our Division Teacher of the Year. So when you think about how hard it is to pick a teacher, imagine how hard it is to pick the Division Teacher of the Year, because we have 5 of them in this room. I got to sit down with her today. We recorded our Team New Kent Talks podcast, and we really just, I don't know that I've laughed that much. If you want to feel good about education and what's right with the world, just have a conversation with Amy Leonard. So she has over 31 years of teaching experience in New Kent. So there is a Teacher of the Year in this room who was taught by her. So the sparkle and the shine, credit goes to Amy Leonard. So we interrupted her class twice, once for Teacher of the Year, which they were taking a math test. And then we came back again. And she's just an incredible presence. Not only does she do a great job teaching her students, but now she's teaching teachers to teach. And we have a teacher with us that's now at Quentin, who was just her teacher in residence. So she is growing teachers, literally and figuratively, because her daughter is a future teacher who today, she may not know it yet, but got an unofficial offer to teach what she's done. So she's hired. So congratulations, Amy Leonard. So Amy gets a couple extra things. So she gets the Teacher of the Year piece. So she gets that and she gets the pin. But there's also a Division Teacher of the Year pin, which has 3 stars on it. And she gets this really cool thing.
Trophy.
Trophy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And family members, when we do our recess, you'll have time to take pictures and do all those kind of things. We can do that then. It's just a big award night. So before the holidays came, we received word that one of our own was being given an incredible award that I don't know that anybody here has received before. And that makes sense because I don't know we've ever seen anybody like her before. So Melissa George is at Quentin Elementary. It says teacher, but she's, wow, so much more. So she received the Game Changer Award from the Council of Exceptional Children for her outstanding work serving New Kent. She works with our county's highest need students in her classroom. She's constantly thinking creatively. The work that she does with students and where they start and where they end is nothing short of phenomenal. So when they say game changer, I think that almost adequately describes what she does every day, because she changes the game for kids, she changes the games for family, and she also coaches and supports other teachers. So we're incredibly lucky to have a game changer among us, and I know she makes us better, she makes me better, and you learn anytime you're with her about what is possible with students and some of our toughest students. So Want to say congratulations and thank you to Melissa George. Just to tie it together, Melissa George is also a former teacher of the year. So, our next recognition, because we don't have a slide for it. Okay. So our next recognition is coming from another Team New Kent member. And that is the coming from SSC. So okay. John, you gonna help me out with this one?
Sure.
Okay, I thought I had a pinch hitter on this one, so you always defer to expert. So Mr. John Smith leads SSC, which is our custodial department. They have a GEM award, which is, I'm stealing your show.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm
It's all
gonna,
good.
I turn it over to Mr. John Smith. And then, John, floor is yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are so glad to be here with you guys, and to all of the teachers and the principals who won your awards, congratulations on behalf of SSC, as well as myself. And appreciation is greatly something that's very important, because I think every person needs to be appreciated for what they do. And I have an employee, well, I have many employees that do well, but part of our appreciation is we have an employee that every single month I award someone as what's called the Gem of the Month. And the GEM stands for Great Employees Make Magic. And what that stands for is that we want to let those employees who are not just coming to work, punching in, going back home, but somebody who can take that extra step in owning that building, owning your schools, that where if they do what they do, then these teachers and these students can have a what we call a great learning environment, a safe, clean working environment. And so Mr. William Brown is an employee of ours who has been working with SSE for 5 years here, and he works at George Watkins Elementary School. And this year, he had gotten a couple of awards, but when it came down to every month, we then award someone a Gem of the Year. And so he was selected by me as being the Gem of the Year, and this was partly part of my observation of him, how he owns a school at George Watkins Elementary, and his principal at that school, who just rave about him all the time, saying, "I bet not let him leave." Yes, this case said, "You better not let him leave. I'm gonna have to pay the price if he ever leaves." So, but he's done a great job. He owns a school, and I think George Watkins Elementary is probably one of the oldest, but not oldest schools in our district here. But it's one of the schools that shows the best. For being at his age, he always owns it. And anytime there's been some of the things that I've noticed that, and you know, in our industry, there are call issues. And anytime that I've had a call out in his school, and I will call him up and say, "William, I'm going to send you so and so to help you out." He says, "No, Mr. Smith, I got it." I mean, he has never let me send anybody to cover for him. He's always ensured that his school would be clean and that Miss K would be taken care of, and that she's always happy. So as a result of him winning that Gem of the Year, Mr. Wynn was awarded $250 that came from my and then as a result of Mr. Wynn winning that Gem of the Year from me, his name went into a hat for regional Gem of the Award with my RDO. She placed his name into that hat, and then out of quite a few custodians throughout the region, he won that. So his name came up that he won the regional, which he was awarded $500 for being the great employee that he was. And as a result of that, his name went into another hat for the Gem Award of the district. And we have many districts throughout SSC in you know K-12 schools. And as a result, his name going into that hat, he won that. So he was awarded $1,000. So he had a very nice Christmas. Help me congratulate Wham for all of his awards, and then I've got one. As a result of William winning the Gem of the District Award. SSC also would like to award New Kent County School $1,000. I would like to say, I want to thank you for your partnership and allowing SSC to be your custodial services. We greatly appreciate that, and we don't take that lightly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Jim is great employees make magic,
Yes.
and William makes magic all. He has poor choice in football teams. He makes magic at school. I mean, it really does, like when he's there. So if it's great employees make magic, let's make a little more magic tonight. New Kent County Public Schools is gonna give you, William, this $1,000. William, the bank won't take this one. But we'll connect with you after. The work you do is absolutely unbelievable. So I can't thank you enough. So,
Can they put his name in a national award?
William, let's talk about the playoffs. Since neither of our teams are in it, there we go. Thank you. I believe that conclusion.
All right, thank you, Dr. Nichols. Everybody, we are going to take a recess for a few minutes. For those who want to take pictures and or depart, now's your time. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everybody, we are back in session. The next item on the agenda is our consent agenda. Board members, you have had the opportunity to review the items listed on that agenda, including meeting minutes from the December 25th regular meeting, monthly financials for November 2025, as well as the superintendent's recommendations earlier in the closed session regarding approximately 10 personnel matters. Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Ms. Cunha has the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Dombrowski has the second.
Mr.
Ms.
McDonald.
Davis? Aye.
Ms. Cunha.
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski.
Aye.
Mr. Vaughn.
Aye.
And Mr. Reimer.
All right, moving on to new business. Dr. Nichols, appointment of school board members to various committees and external boards, sir.
Yes, sir. Board members, in your package, you have received your current committees and boards that you belong to. So we want to verify those tonight. And if there are any changes, please let us know. And we'll make those changes before you approve them. So I open the floor to discussion. If there anything that you'd like to see, should.
Does any board member have a conflict or want to make a change? Mr. Vaught?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea that even for the PTOs, representation to change representatives just to become more familiar with that school and or the folks there. So, of course, this move would require that fellow board members would be in agreement with that. But I would like to see us do that as opposed to leaving it as it is. I also want to publicly apologize for not being able to be more proactive and involved in the organizations that I was assigned last year due to obvious medical issues. And that being said, if there is one that I'm on that one of you would like to serve, I welcome that as well.
Mr. Chair,
Please.
I am a mom of a senior at New Kent High School and serve on the PTO as the teacher appreciation pair. So I will not be giving up my position. If I could stay for one more year, that would be great. Maybe next year I'd be willing to do something different.
Forget it. It's not this year. Okay, that's one down.
Mr. Vaught, I don't know that I would necessarily want to take your position, but perhaps I would join you on Bridging Communities. I have a keen interest in a couple of programs and how that's developing.
Yes, and I welcome that. So if that's, if that's something that you have an interest in, I've served on that actually the last 2 years.
Yes, sir.
So I'd be more than happy. It's a brilliant organization and situation there. So, yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
Mr. Chair,
Please.
just as an observation, I just want to point out that both the Quinton Elementary School PTO meetings and George Watkins are on the third Tuesday at 6 o'clock, 6 and 5:30. And when we have usually a work session, it conflicts. So we can't attend those meetings because we are at work sessions. So just something to keep in mind.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Any other board member have any input, changes, suggestions?
Mr. Reimer, would you be interested in changing your position on the middle school PTO?
Sure. For what?
Well, right now you're on 2, I believe, Mr. Reimer.
Yes, I am.
Correct. Yeah.
Um,
So
Why don't you, well, I would like to I would like to move to the, as a representative to the New Kent Middle School PTO,
Okay,
if you're good with that.
that's fine. And what, are we exchanging?
Yeah, that would open up George Watkins.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I don't mind being on 2 PTO committees if no one else wants to. It's really not a problem. Well,
Those are the ones that.
I
have a
know
scheduling
the same
conflict,
day, and
right.
it's the same day, so I
Right.
can't be at 2 places, 3
No,
places at
you
one time. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what's not available, the high school.
Yeah,
That's been made abundantly clear.
well, I don't particularly want to go to Clinton because it's a long drive for me.
Yeah.
So I'm good with what I have, with. If, unless you want to do another PTO, you do, New Kent Elementary School. Although I kind of like that group.
I'd be happy to do that.
No, I mean, I was talking to Elena.
Oh, Helena.
Oh, yeah,
She was asking about swapping.
I'm just offering,
I'm good with what I've got.
right, I'm okay. If Mr. Vaught, if you'd like to switch, you and I could switch.
Yeah, you want to do that?
You want to switch?
Quentin and GW?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Then that fills the void. That's awesome. Thank
Okay.
you.
Sure.
All right, so all open issues resolved?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
just so I can clarify, are you and Mr. Vaught going to stay on bridging?
Yes.
And then I have Mr. Vaught's going to be at Clinton PTO, Ms. Cunha at George Watkins PTO, and Mr. Vaught at New Kent Middle School PTO.
Yes,
Leaves New Kent Elementary for Mr. Reimer and New Kent High School for Ms. Dombrowski.
That's correct. All right, sounds like we got that squared away. Next up is Ms. Morgheim, fiscal year 27 budget update, please.
Evening, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Dr. Nichols. Here we are again. I feel like we don't ever stop talking about budget. So just a couple of quick points on things we do know at this time. We did receive a calc tool from the state based on the governor's recommended budget. Our local composite index, our LCI, increased from 0.4391 to 0.4550. Our ADM this year, if you remember, we budgeted in the current year 3,500, which was conservative on purpose. Next year, I'm looking at potentially budgeting 3,620, which hopefully is also a little conservative. But we'll kind of see how that goes over the next couple months before we really settle into that number. State revenue
Ms.
increases.
Morgan, can I jump in just for clarification support? So our LCI going up, just remember when your LCI goes up, you receive less state funding because the locality has been deemed able to offset more. So that is not good news.
No, and this
Right.
comes with news that New Kent County is getting less revenue next year.
So, yeah, so the LCI going up puts us in a hole to stop. It's great news that by that calculation, the county is doing better, but it's not good news for a school that depends on state funding. So it's not a ton, but it is not ideal for us. So sorry, Ms. Moore.
No, that's perfect.
Sometimes you think something going up is good. This is
Yeah,
the
this is
inverse.
different.
Yeah.
It's the local ability to pay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Our state revenue increase with those two figures, if they stay the same, the ADM is about 1.6 million. So that's new dollars coming in from the state. That may seem like a lot, but that also includes a proposed 2% adjustment. Here we go again. We've had this conversation before. You know how this works for SOQ funded positions. And there's a match for that locally that we need to provide. The 2% adjustment from the state of that 1.6 that we received is about $359,000. If we were using last year's budget, it would cost about 700,000 for that same 2%. So you figure that that's a big portion of the 1.6. Also, we have been having some preliminary conversations with our healthcare consultants. And like a lot of other localities, we are going to see an increase. The first number I received was 15%. I do believe that we will get that down. I will most likely budget around 7%. Hopefully we'll get even a little bit lower than that. That's a timing thing, and when we're running our projections, we had a change in our plan year. So the health of the plan is still really good. It's just a little bit of adjusting that we need. VRS rates are going down, so that will help to offset a little bit of the healthcare increase with that rate going down. That will save us a little bit of money. We have had budget forums. We hosted one in each school. We hosted one up here for all staff at Nestal and transportation employees. We did have a community budget forum. Thank you all for some of you attending. We are still finalizing position requests, and we will continue to work through that process. And when we come back in February, we'll have a little bit more detail just around kind of our recommendation to you and moving forward with our ask to the county. One other thing to note, there is a proposal in the caboose budget for a 2% one-time bonus. That's something that we're watching. There is a local match requirement for that as well. Again, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we just would need to consider where would that funding come from locally in the current year.
And that's in the current year that we would have to figure that out. So that's not even a forecast.
I will say, just throwing out there, when we hear about a community tax increase, that figure that was presented the other day is around $630,000 coming into the operating budget. So just for folks at home, hearing talk of that type of an increase, hopefully there's some folks out there that would support that type of an increase for schools, that just wanted everyone kind of to know what that dollar amount would be.
And as we went through and did position requests, what you'll see, board members, when we get into that in the next meeting/work session, those come from the people working directly on the front line. And I will tell you, if we were to put all those budget requests in front of you, it would be far more than the 1.7 million we've got from the state. Just in terms of growth of need, growth in teachers and the different support positions related to it. So I don't know that we ever sit here and go, this is going to be a great budget year. But this is probably not going to be the best budget year. But we'll find out when House and Senate crossovers. At crossover, we'll have a good idea of what our state revenue will be. Right now, this is the governor's budget. I think we're setting records at the General Assembly now with bills. So we anticipate that budget being very different. Hopefully it'll be net positive for us. We'll bring that to you as soon as we can. Mr. Rowan.
Yes, pressure on classroom sizes. Are we getting any pressure that would impact our evaluation from the state in terms of quality?
I missed the first part.
Classroom sizes.
Classroom sizes, I think, are still fairly well.
Yeah.
Mr. Miller, I'm looking to him. I know that we have tried to keep that
No, I
looking
understand.
good. That's a high recruitment tool, so we're definitely committed to that 100%.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be sharing with us the costs associated with improving student outcomes, and I'd be curious to know where the focus is going to be this year as far as it relates to student needs. I know we talk a lot about building needs and staff needs, but hopefully we'll be getting from you specifics on what our students need to continue to excel, and opportunities that maybe we can offer them as they're exploring their pathways in the E3 goals.
Absolutely. That's something we're always focused on. I will remind the board that, the current year budget is at about 85%. salary and benefits. I'm not saying there's not room for other things. We would obviously, just need to make sure that we're prioritizing those things. And the staff is a big part of what drives our student needs. And, so I would definitely advocate for that, of course, in increasing our 3Es and anything we do. I think it's just advocating for that additional funding.
And just to clarify, Ms. Cunha, when I say staff needs, I mean staff needs to open up student pathways.
Right?
So not, so that's really, we
Yeah.
have a couple of examples of opening up new pathways for kids, but you gotta have that staff member, so.
Yeah.
Sure.
just-
Sometimes
just
it's
to
me
clarify
shifting that person over to be able to do those things.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else? Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
Continue.
that. Speaking of opening up paths.
Mr. Miller, course requests, first reading.
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Dr. Nichols. Speaking of opportunity, towards the end of the fall, we had a meeting at the high school regarding mathematics and our math pathways. And in that discussion, we were talking through what are different options for students as far as getting into dual enrollment coursework at the high school. So that's coursework where they're getting both high school and college credits. And what's the best pathway we could make for them? And one of the things we were running up against was the pathway that we currently had. Really, before you got into dual enrollment, you needed to have an extra prerequisite of basically a course of trigonometry, and which puts it off for basically another semester before you start getting those courses. And in working with Rappahannock Community College, we identified that we could actually subsume the trigonometry content into two courses they already offer. And so what we're doing is we're splitting a current course that we have into a year-long 2 courses, which will get more college credits for the students and embeds the trigonometry content into it. And so it gets them into dual enrollment faster, gets them more college credits, and gives them a longer sort of time frame to work through that content, which is going to give them a better base as they move forward. So what I'm bringing to you today is 2 requests. And so basically, first is a dual enrollment pre-calculus with math analysis, and then a dual enrollment pre-calculus trig. For approval, I think tonight is first read. But happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Yep.
Any questions?
No, I just want to applaud you. Thank you for figuring that out. So that they can take advantage of that.
And I just have one out of curiosity. What if we offer any other calculus courses at this time?
Yeah, so currently we offer the dual enrollment pre-cal that we currently offer, which is we're splitting. And then above that, we have dual enrollment calculus. And currently this year, we're doing statistics. Some years we also, and that's a dual enrollment statistics. Some years we also offer dual enrollment data analysis. And it doesn't have as much of a sort of student draw as the others. And so we really look at sort of our student request as to which one we're going to offer it any one year, but usually calculus and statistics went out.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
All right, next item on the agenda, Dr. Nichols, is the Cox easement request.
Yes, sir. This came to us. So this came to us through the county, and is asking permission for an easement. The county owns potentially 100% of this land, but we may own a small portion of it at New Kent Elementary, cutting across the parking lot with parent pickup. It is to get to the station that is back in the woods. So it would cause no issues with our daily operations. And I think the most important thing, it would also cause no issues with future New Kent Elementary School construction. So we worked with our architect on that to make sure, and with the county approved their portion of it at their last board meeting. Our attorneys are working together on this to make sure that everything lines up. So we do easements quite often. This is one that is coming, that has to come before you.
This is something the county wants us to do.
Yes, sir. I think they would be
Maybe
favored.
we can get more money out of them if we.
Sir, I will defer to you on that one. So, but this is Like I said, it does not cause any interruption to us.
But Dr. Nichols, when you say interruption, can you just clarify, so the easement would not be in the footprint of any proposed project that we have?
No, sir.
And this-
At best, it would be under a potential parking lot or playground, but any way we situate the building as we've done on the current property, it does not run. It runs closer to the current softball field than anything which is out of our.
And they're looking for a perpetual easement to get to their
Yes, sir.
substation?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, anyone have any questions or concerns? No. All right, thank you, Dr. Nichols. Mr. Toby Davis, you are up, sir. Student School Board Representative presentation, the Pillar Project.
Good evening, members of the school board, administration, and guests. Thank you for the opportunity to share my presentation with you tonight. The Pillar Project is a student-centered framework designed to strengthen our school culture by connecting academics, activities, community service, and leadership under a shared vision. Rather than creating something entirely new, this project builds on what already exists at New Kent High School and aligns it around a clear set of values that support every student. Pillars are important because they give us a common language and direction. At a public high school, students participate in many different activities, clubs, and programs. The Pillar Project helps ensure that regardless of where students are involved, they are all working towards shared goals that reflect who we are as a school. These pillars provide consistency, reinforce expectations, and help students understand that academics, character, inclusivity, and service are not separate ideas, but connected parts of their overall high school experience. The Pillar Project is built around 4 core pillars, which we refer to as RIC, that is readiness, inclusivity, character, and community outreach. Together, these pillars represent the skills, values, and experiences we believe every New Kent High School student graduate should leave with. So these are the 4 pillars. So post-career readiness, that's preparing each and every student to excel after graduation and to take on one of the 3 E's, which is enroll, enlist, or employ. And then there's embracing inclusivity, which is creating environments where everyone can feel valued, respected, and able to participate fully. And then there's community outreach, which is encouraging community outreach means creating opportunities for students to engage with and support the local community, and that strengthens the school's connection to those it serves. And lastly, improving character, developing the values and behaviors that guide students to make responsible, respectful, and ethical choices. It includes traits like integrity, empathy, resilience, and accountability. Many of the things we already do at New Kent High School already align with these pillars. For example, the New Kent Christmas Mother program reflects community outreach by uniting students to support local families during the holidays. It also creates opportunities for the interclub collaboration, which groups like DECA and SGA organizes drives, promoting participation and coordinating events together. This type of collaboration strengthens both inclusivity and community by bringing students together around a shared purpose. Interclub collaboration is a key piece of the Pillar Project. When clubs work together toward shared goals, every organization has a voice, and students feel more connected across groups. Similarly, combining academic, athletic, and arts awards in the same ceremonies reinforces inclusivity by recognizing all forms of student achievement equally. It sends a clear message that every talent and contribution matters and that success looks different for every student. Another readiness opportunity is the idea of diploma seals. Diploma seals encourage students to pursue advanced skills, meet higher standards, and build strong portfolios for life after high school. Earning a seal demonstrates preparation for college careers or other post-secondary pathways. I recognize that diploma seals may be unfamiliar to some, and I would welcome the opportunity to work with Principal Strickland or Dr. Nichols to explore how existing seals are earned and whether a pillar-aligned seal could be a future possibility. You also see Trojan Navigators, which align with both community and character. These students support teachers and peers through hands-on classroom assistance, helping create a positive learning environment while building responsibility, teamwork, and leadership skills. Looking ahead, we have several future ideas that could help expand the Pillar Project. First, we have Trojan Helpers. The Trojan Helpers would act like basically like line helpers at the middle school. They would provide classrooms within both the elementary school and middle school. Students could also help with tasks around the building, like making copies or cutting out things for teachers, whatever they may need. Another idea is a New Kent High School exclusive internship. New Kent High School exclusive internships would give students an opportunity to internship places without having to be part of other school programs like Bridging through RCC. The internship would provide valuable experience for those partaking in the internship. And then there's also the Superintendent Seal, which is a seal created by Dr. Nichols to recognize excellence in all categories to unite groups of exemplary students under a common achievement. As this project moves forward, we envision a thoughtful rollout, introducing the pillars to students, building excitement through clubs and student leaders, and gathering input along the way. We also recognize potential challenges. For example, ensuring inclusivity requires us to address barriers such as bullying or unequal access to opportunities. Being intentional about these conversations is essential to the success of the project. At this stage, we are seeking guidance, feedback, and support from the board as we continue refining the Pillar Project and exploring the next steps. Thank you for your time and your continued support of New Kent High School and its students. I appreciate the opportunity to share the Pillar Project. I would be happy to answer any questions or give you your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Board members?
I would just like to commend this board on their choice of Mr. Davis to do what he's doing. He's obviously the right choice. And I'd like to commend you. I am assuming that the three of you pulled this together. Is that correct?
Yes, this was not just me. This was two other people, two great SGA students, Landon Evans and Marley Monroe.
Yeah.
We all worked together and created this.
I think it's amazing. It really, I seriously commend you on pulling this together and the thought and the creativity that goes in and the inclusivity. A lot of times, as we well know, athletes are recognized for their accolades, which they should be, but not so much the academic successes. And it's good to see that whole realm of success at every facet of school is included. So thank you.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Please.
Board, I want to remind you that this is completely student-led and driven. There are adults in the room sometimes, but we're just there as sort of guardrails. And you give our incredible students like Toby, Landon, and Marley runway, and they're going to come up with something that you couldn't even dream of.
Yeah.
So I've gotten to see several versions of this, and it was amazing the first time. It just keeps getting better. So I just want to say thank you, because I know a lot of hard work went in, and also say thank you because it's not easy to stand up there. And you got an applause, and Ross Miller never has an applause. So I just want to, you're already ahead of Ross. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And if I'm just going to add real quick, I had the opportunity to attend when they presented to the teachers, and it was phenomenal and just extremely impressed. Could never imagine in a million years doing that. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Please.
just quickly, I want to say that Landon and Marley were two other amazing candidates that we had for this position. And we had such a difficult job selecting. Obviously, Toby, you were a great choice, but I just want to say that we knew that Landon and Marley would do great things at the high school, and they're proving that right here. So thank you.
Great job. Thank you, Mr. Davis. We look forward to hearing next steps.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Mr. Reimer, civics follow-up, sir.
May I move to table this item to the next work session, please?
You most certainly can. I have a motion to table this item to the next work session, which I believe is a February date. Do I have a second?
A second?
Ms. Cunha has the second. Ms. Davis, please poll the board.
Mr. Pagano,
Aye.
Ms. Cunha,
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski,
Aye.
Mr. Vaught,
Aye.
and Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Reimer. Citizen comments are next. We have had no signups. Is that correct? All right, moving on to our action items. Board, one of two action items. The first one is, do I have a motion to approve the school board members' appointments to the various committees as discussed earlier?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Dombrowski has the motion. Mr. Reimer has the second. Ms. Davis, please poll the board.
Mr. Pagano,
Aye.
Ms. Cunha,
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski,
Aye.
Mr. Vaught,
Aye.
Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. And then our final action item is do I have a motion rather to approve the Cox easement request as presented?
So moved.
Ms. Cunha has the motion. Do I have a second? All right, without a second, we won't move forward on this item. Does anybody have any further discussion or questions?
With regard to this, Mr. Chair, or
Yes, sir.
anything else?
No, this particular item. All right, without a second, there's no action taken on this item tonight.
Mr. Chair,
Sir,
if I may. Would it be possible, with the permission of Mr. Miller, or would there be any interest in moving the course request from a first read to an action item tonight, that we won't have to revisit that at a later date? I don't think there's any issues or concerns. So if that's feasible and possible, I make a motion that we move that.
I had the same thought earlier. Mr. Vaught, go ahead and make your motion, sir.
Yeah, I make a motion that we move the course requests from new business to the consent or action items to be voted on tonight for approval.
I second that motion. Ms. Davis, please poll the board.
Mr. Pagano,
Aye.
Ms. Cunha,
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski,
Aye.
Mr. Vaught,
Aye.
and Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
All right, that motion passes unanimously, which means that is now an action item. So do I hear a motion to approve the course request as presented by Mr. Miller?
So moved.
All right, Mr. Reimer has the motion. Ms. Cunha has the second. Ms. Davis, poll the board, please.
Mr. Pagano,
Aye.
Ms. Cunha,
Aye.
Ms. Dombrowski,
Aye.
Mr. Vaught,
Aye.
Mr. Reimer.
Aye.
All right, motion passes unanimously. Mr. Miller? All right, everybody, moving on to our comment section. Mr. Reimer?
This is, as it turns out, beginning of the third year that I've been on this board. I'm humbled by the job and grateful for the privilege of being able to represent my constituents in my community. As we go forward this year, I want to commend the superintendent for the great job that he has done. Our school the students are achieving as much as I can expect, frankly, given the money that we have to spend, the resources we have available to us. Actually, that's not entirely true. I expect us to be number one superintendent. But that being said, we've done a lot with very little, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Vaught? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you finished?
Not quite.
My apologies. Mr. Reimer still has the floor.
And I won't be long.
He was taking a breath.
With that being said, we do need more resources. This is going to be a difficult year, as Amy has pointed out. And we need to focus on trying to do all we can to maintain the level of excellence we've achieved and move things forward. And that still requires a new elementary school. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reimer. Mr. Vaught?
Yeah, I concur with Mr. Reimer. I could not be any more proud of the teachers, staff, superintendent, administration that we have here in New Kent County. We are a shining star and continue to enhance that. I started this journey on a quest for excellence, and we are well on our way. And to be a part of that is an honor, and I'm grateful. It does mean, however, that needs have to be met, i.e. the New Kent Elementary School. I don't know exactly why Mr. Thomas Evelyn, Mr. Ron Spears, and Miss Amy Pearson decided that it wasn't the right decision at this point in time. But let it be known that I adamantly disagree with their decision. And New Kent Elementary School is not a want for this board or for this school board or school district. It's a desperate need. And I hope that through the constituency for each of these representatives, Ms. Pearson in District 3, Mr. Steers in District 4, and Mr. Evelyn in District 1, that the county residents will let them know and make them aware of what we already know and what we have diligently sought to have approved. So my prayer is that this will happen sooner rather than later. And I pledge, as I believe I speak for this board, to continue the push and the campaign for New Kent Elementary School. We will not stop until this is done, even if we face delay after delay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vaught. Mr. Dombrowski.
It was very, very disappointing to hear the decision that was made. And I try to be an understanding person. And I understand that there's a variety of needs throughout the county. But in my opinion, children come first every time. And I want to thank the board for the opportunity to serve with you and enjoy the journey. And looking forward to the rest of the school year.
Thank you. Ms. Cunha?
I concur with everything my fellow board members have said. I want to say that Ms. Dombrowski and I had an opportunity to represent the board at the recent Board of Supervisors meeting, and I felt the love in that room. So many people came out from our community in support. So many people actually signed up to speak. And I think that keep doing that. I think that you own this, right? It's your children, your community, our community. And all of us have to do our part. So I couldn't have been prouder. My heart felt so big, and I know that there was this big sigh and disappointment when we walked out. But I think that there's momentum here, and I'm a positive person, and I know that it's difficult when we're told no time and time again, and it just seems like, when are we going to get this going? But I really believe that God has a plan. And we don't always get the yes. Sometimes we have to wait on his timing, but I really believe that this will happen soon with the help of everyone, and just keep pushing. And I think that with God's timing and his plan, we're going to have an amazing project and an amazing school. So thank you for all you're doing, and just keep pushing.
Thank you, Ms. Cunha. It's hard to follow these four and not say the same exact thing. But as always, I commend our teachers, staff, administration, and superintendent for doing the great job they do daily. And I think, as you've heard from my colleagues here, it is without equivocation that myself and this board support a new Kent Elementary School. I would like to thank my colleagues for trusting me to be your chair again. I'm honored. And then more important and more dear to my heart right now, I need to thank all of you, my colleagues and fellow board members, for your thoughts, prayers, support, and accommodations during this difficult time and loss for my family. I very, very much appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Davis.
Yes, because they're not here, I just wanted to commend Landon and Marley. They really helped a lot on that project. It couldn't have looked anything like it has without their help.
Very good. Thank you, sir. And Dr. Nichols.
All right, good evening again. What an incredible reorganization when we celebrate a room full of such immense talent. So love that we got to do that tonight. We are already in the second semester, so that is full speed ahead. It's been an incredible start. People don't realize at the high school, second semester is like the first day of school again because we're on a 4x4. So we really open up twice at the high school. So thank you, high school, for turning that on a day. And making it a positive experience for our students. Teacher of the Year, you could have 50 more of those in this room easily without blinking. So we continue to have the best teachers. That's why we get the results we get. It's not, you hire well and you let them do what they need to do and you support them along the way. I do want to say thank you to our community. I have the opportunity to stand at podiums often. I've never stood at a podium and felt what I felt last week. It may have been 60 of us in the room, but it felt like 6,000. And that is Team New Kent. And if you weren't there, I know you watched. If you didn't watch, you emailed me. And, we pouted for a minute, but then we got right back to work. So if you were in this office 7:30, 8 o'clock the next morning, we were back working again on how do we move this forward. So it's a setback, but that's a setup for a comeback, I think they say. So we're ready for the comeback, and we'll get that moving. Lastly, I do know about the weather that is coming. So anywhere I've gone today, that's all people want to talk about. Yes, I do know there is weather in the forecast. It looks pretty big. We know it too. We work side by side with Emergency Management Chief OPEX, specifically to make sure we have the best plan forward. So families, we plan to share some information about that plan later this week. If we do have the weather that we think we're going to have, and we do have to be out for a period of time. So we will communicate that directly to you. And we'll also share it on our website, our official Facebook page, and anywhere else. So you'll hear from us first. I am hopeful that it all goes away and warmer weather comes forward. But I'm not in charge of the weather, so we'll see. But thank you, board members. It's an honor and privilege. I did calculations. I've gone over 100 board meetings and work sessions in New Kent. So that's not something that many superintendents get to say, to get to triple digits. So just honored to be able to do that. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next meeting of the school board is a work session on Tuesday, February 3rd, here in the historic courthouse.
Not a work session.
Sure.
Sorry, that's my.
This is a typo. It's a regular session on Tuesday, February 3rd, to be held here in the historic boardroom at 5:30. With that, our meeting is adjourned at 7:13 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.